Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Alchymystic Awards ceremony and our lovely event and gathering this evening. My name is Alexandra. Please bear with me because we're still allowing people to enter. We've got quite a few people signed up to join our awards ceremony tonight. We've had over 200 people wanting to join us, which is an incredible amount of people. And I feel so blessed that we have the opportunity to all gather here with our beautiful open hearts. And we have the opportunity to really create a wonderful portal of peace and love and heaven on earth and have a lovely celebration for these awards. And just bear with me because I'm letting people in as I speak, but I just want to send heartfelt gratitude to you all for being here, and thank you so much. Just a few things to start off with. Because we have such a large group, I needed a little bit of technical support tonight, and because I'm not used to having Zoom groups of larger than 100 people. So one of our awards nominees very kindly has shared his Zoom with us, and our lovely Steve Nobel, who is here with us, has provided us with the link so that we could have obviously a lot more than 100 people joining the Zoom. So hello from around the world. My goodness, all these people coming from Sweden and Ireland and Detroit and California. Oh my goodness, it's so lovely to connect with you all. What a wonderful surprise, and thank you all so much for joining us tonight. A little bit of I just want to fill you in on our agenda for this evening. So we will be starting off with, I'm going to do a lovely guided meditation, and we're going to open and protect our space and set a really lovely intention for the evening all together tonight. And then we will move into the announcements, the announcement of our award winners. And we have 7 categories tonight, and we have around three prizes in each category. So we had an amazing, amazing amount of people nominate and vote, and we had well over 2,000 responses, and it was very close, some of these awards. So in terms of the public vote, which was all done through Alchymystic Magazine, and I'll tell you a little bit about Alchymystic Magazine. So in terms of my background, for those of you who don't know me, I am an author, a channel, a multidimensional healer. I originally was born in this lifetime in Australia, down under, and I've spent the last 25 years living in London in the UK. And I've done a lot of my kind of spiritual, let's call it reawakening, here in the UK. And it hasn't always been light and fluffy. We know that there are ups and downs on this path, but we do it with joy in our hearts. My main subject matter in terms of the multidimensional realms is angelic, as you can see from the wings behind me. I write books about angels and create oracle card decks. And I have the Archangel Alchemy Healing book, the Archangel Fire Oracle, and the Water Alchemy Oracle out through Findhorn Press. And what led me to launch Alchymystic Magazine? I had plans to launch a magazine for a long, long time. My background previous to my spiritual work was in magazine journalism. And I worked a lot in television magazines and showbiz magazines. And then I went on to become the editor of Prediction magazine here in the UK for a number of years. And then the universe decided that I was to go full time into my healing work. But it took a while, but I always had the plan to birth a kind of a magazine of my own. And at the beginning of this year, Alchymystic was birthed, and I decided that Substack was the right platform for that. So Alchymystic is really, it's growing. We have 4,500 subscribers already. It's still very new. And we also host alchemistic events, and myself and Colin Holland did a beautiful event at the end of 2022 in Glastonbury, UK. And we're hoping, obviously, tonight is a wonderful event, and we're hoping to have more events. So if you'd like to subscribe to Alchymystic, it is alchymystic with a y.substack.com. And I'll pop a link below, but all of you will have probably seen it in the sign up. So I just want to keep an eye on people coming in, and at the same time guide you guys through a bit of a meditation. So what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to keep an eye open. And I'm going to ask Steve if you would be my backup person and keep one eye on the people coming in, just to let them in. That would be amazing, just to make sure that we let everyone in as we go. So as we join together, I'm just going to invite you all to just close your eyes and come into your hearts. And I want you to see, sense, or imagine that you have a beautiful magenta pink rose opening at your heart center. I'm very, very aware tonight of the presence of beloved Archangel Uriel, or some of you might refer to him as Uriel. And Uriel really is the angel of compassion and forgiveness, deep, loving compassion and forgiveness. And this seems to be a really big theme for us collectively at the moment. We are in really uncharted territory on this planet, and that's another reason for why I wanted to launch Alchymystic, was to talk about how we have the power to alchemize anything. And I always believe that we're never put in any situation we can't handle, but as a collective, it's feeling pretty shaky ground at the moment, isn't it? So we have to remember that we're never put in a situation we can't handle, and we always have the tools to see it through. And our angels and our guides and our higher selves and Mother Gaia, the universe, the whole. And I'm starting to realize more and more as I go through this kind of journey and ascension that it really is getting simpler and simpler to just change our thoughts, to just decide how we want to feel. I want you to call into your heart at this moment yourself. And I want you to just direct this beautiful magenta pink ruby ray towards yourself and just offer yourself all the love and compassion and forgiveness you need for anything that you feel you could have said, thought, or done on any level, in any dimension. And just allow yourself to let go of any perfectionism, any feeling of unworthiness, anywhere you feel that you're not good enough, anywhere you feel undervalued. And then I want you to just extend this loving compassion and forgiveness out to anyone and everyone in your life, whether they be somebody neutral to each other here in this group, whether they be somebody who perhaps hurt you, and even to the powers that be, whatever we think of the governments and the leaders of the world at the moment. Let's just extend loving kindness, compassion, and come into absolute trust. And trust really is our secret weapon at any given time. Anytime I've been in a really challenging situation in my life, I have this phrase, and it's TVT, and it's trust, victory, and triumph. And it came to me when I was going through a really difficult time. And during those moments when you cannot see the wood for the trees, your absolute faith is what is going to get you through. If you decide, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I know I'm going to get through it, and I know it's going to unfold in the highest and best way, then you cannot go wrong. And our perception really does create our reality. So beloved Uriel is really among us here tonight. And I'm really moved to talk about how as a collective we're rising together. Now, the irony of that is through Alchymystic, I've run an awards thing which had votes and things. But I want to say that every single person who is doing this work, who is walking their talk, and who is really embodying what they teach, deserves an award in my book. And it was really just a little bit of fun for me to celebrate people that I feel are the unsung heroes really of this ascension process. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of hard work to hold space and to do this work. And before we teach or hold space for others, we have to walk through so many initiations. And so I just wanted to hold something that would celebrate people in this field, really, my compatriots in the spiritual world, with just so much unconditional love and respect, because I know how difficult it is, and I really honor you all. So whether you've won an award tonight, or whether you're a finalist, or whether you weren't even part of the voting, you deserve an award, and I think you're all gold standard. So that's just a little thing, but I wanted it to be a little bit of a fun community building exercise, and so here we go. So you can just allow your eyes to open now, and we're going to just allow ourselves to see, sense, or imagine, even with eyes open, that the light around us is getting even stronger, really, really bright light, and just see yourself encircled in a diamond, white, and rainbow sphere of beautiful light. And this beautiful sphere is like a filter and will filter out any negative limiting energies, thought forms, any untruths, any useless information that we don't need, any trapped emotions. And we're just going to allow that to move like a matrix through our energy field, just cleansing, protecting, healing, aligning us to divine unconditional love. And I'm very aware of really high frequency diamond beings among us tonight. We have the plasma diamond light beings coming in from the future. We have the unicorns among us. And I know our lovely Callista is here with us, who's our beautiful, loving unicorn guardian. And I can also feel diamond dragons, diamond lions, obviously the whole spectrum of the angelic kingdom, the Elohim, and all of the councils of light just coming into our midst. And as we move through tonight, you might feel tingles or rushes of energy. Just know that they're working through us. And I'm just being told that because we've come together as such a wonderful big group with such a loving intention to come into celebration, we're helping to raise the frequency of our whole planet, and our reach is further and wider than we could even imagine. So I'm going to begin by just moving into our first awards category. Now, the 3 awards that we have for each category are gold, which is first place in the public vote, and silver, which is second place in the public vote. And this is all down to just voting numbers. But then we have an extra category. And this is a category that you might call it a bit of nepotism, but I added this category at the last minute because I guess I personally know a lot of people in this industry, and I know the hardships that many of you go through in the work that you do. So I've added an editor's award just because I can. And this is a special category, which is award for special recognition. And it's given to people I know who've been through some pretty difficult initiations in holding the space that they do. And, you know, it feels really right that certain people are honored in their work. And a lot of them, you know, a lot of these people are, you know, known, well known, some of them not so well known, but all of them, in my opinion, really, really deserve a pat on the back. So we will move into the categories. So our first category is favorite spiritual alchemist, expert, or author. And the nominees for this category are Diana Cooper, Lorraine Flaherty, Callista, Steve Nobel. I'm just letting more people in. Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn Free, Tim Wilde, Lisa Mace, Colm Holland, and Claire Broad. We've got quite a vast a vast selection of fabulous, fabulous healers and experts in that category. And I was going to have, by the way, a beautiful assistant to help me announce these awards, but she's in India and she couldn't make it. So, but we do have another guest speaker coming on this evening. So I'm going to announce, drum roll. First of all, I would like to announce the recipients of the Special Recognition Award for this category. And those we have two special recognition awards this evening, and I'm not sure. I think one of our recipients is here with me tonight. But the first special recognition award goes to Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn-Free. And for those of you who know these ladies, they've been walking this path for such a long time. They have a wealth of courses and books and oracle decks, and they really are salt of the earth, these women. And I've known them for many years, and they have been through their challenges, Flavia especially. And I just want to really, really honor these two women. And I just want to check that, are they here with us tonight? If okay, I'm going to scroll down in my chat. I don't think they've made it tonight. But I will be letting them know. So we'll have a round of applause for these beautiful women and an honoring. And our second recipient, who I believe is with us this evening, is a woman who I can't sing the praises of more. And I actually feel like I'm going to cry. Sorry, I shouldn't have worn makeup. This human being and divine galactic being has seen me through more challenges than anybody else on this planet, I think. And she really, really deserves some recognition. I don't think I've met a warrioress like her in all my life. And she is an incredible alchemist and teacher. She's a time-traveling troubleshooter, one of the best hypnotherapists, past life regression, future life regression, multidimensional. I mean, I can't even begin to explain how incredible she is and how amazing her sessions are and her work is. And she's been hiding for a little while, the last couple of years, but it's time for her to step out into the limelight a little bit more. So Lorraine Flaherty, I would like to invite you to unmute and say congratulations to you. So would you like to say a few words on receiving your award?
Well, just to say thank you very much. You made me emotional now. That doesn't happen very often. Yeah, and life takes people in different paths. So I have been out of the loop for a little while, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been working very hard behind the scenes and still doing the work and perhaps, you know, shifting things up to a different gear and a different level. But thank you. I appreciate you. Same goes. I don't know anybody that works as hard as you do either. It's, you know, it feels like it's never ending, but yeah, it's worth every bit. And if any small thing that you know you or I do is useful or helps people in some way, then it makes all of it just worth it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, so well deserved. I have not even the words.
Yeah, but I'll take it on behalf of all of the brave people that are doing the work and stepping up and healing on behalf of not just themselves, but, you know, everyone here on the planet. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so you'll be receiving your digital award via email. We're modern here. So, and now I'm going to move on to sorry, Laurie, I just asked you to unmute again. You don't have to. I'm going to move on to our silver award in the category for our favorite alchemist expert and author. And once again, this was so close in the voting and, you know, so well deserved. This silver award was won by lovely Diana Cooper, and I don't know if Diana's here with us. She did say she was going to try to pop in. Diana, are you here? I don't think she's here with us. But it's so well deserved. This lady, and I mean, obviously, I don't even think she needs an introduction. I think anyone in the spiritual industry would know who Diana is. She's just an absolute angelic matriarch, and it's so well deserved, this award. So I remember um, back in the day when I was in Australia going through my little spiritual awakenings, I read a book by Diana, and it was one of the amazing works, one of her early ones that really set me on my own path with the angels. And she's been an incredible support to me and my work over the years as well. So I'm so grateful. And yeah, I'm sorry she's not here to receive it, but let's have a round of applause as well for even though we can't hear each other's applause. Silent applause, lovely applause. So now we're coming on to our gold winner, and we have a joint gold for this category, and very, very neck and neck. But these two men are incredible way showers in ascension and the field of spirituality and healing and awakening. And it's a big work to be a divine masculine in this category, isn't it? So how marvelous that we have two incredible divine masculine um, representatives here among us. And joint gold goes to both Tim Wilde and Steve Nobel. So, Tim, I'm going to invite you to say a few words first, if you'd like to. I'm just going to invite you to unmute. Well done.
Hey Alexandra, can you hear me?
I can.
Yay, thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
Oh, it's lovely email to receive that yesterday, and especially to kind of like be alongside Steve in this. And like you say, it's we've had a good few years with the divine feminine kind of like waiting for the lads to catch up, and it's just nice, so beautiful that you've organized this and got us all here on one night. Imagine doing that and kind of getting us all together in one kind of in one field, in one divine room. And so thank you. And I'm incredibly honored that so many people put my and Steve names forward like that. It's just beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful. Two lovely way showers. Thank you so much, Tim. It's
Mm.
so well deserved. So thank you.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
for joining
it.
us.
Thank you, Alexandra. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here as well.
Wonderful. So lovely to have you among us. Thank you. And Steve, where is he? I can't see him now. There's so many people.
I can
Oh,
see
there
Steve.
you
Hello,
are.
I'm here. Oh wow, thank you. It's lovely to share this with Tim and Diana. I've known for years. I mean, I've known Tim for several years. I think I interviewed you a few times. Yeah. Great, and I love the
Yeah,
book.
it's back in 2014, wasn't it? I think I
Was it?
came on to, I think it's on SoundCloud somewhere in your archives. It must be.
Oh, somewhere. Oh, but I think you're on my website. Oh, somewhere. I think I've got you in my podcast channel.
Yeah,
I'll have to send it to you again so you
I'd love to
remember that.
hear it because it's amazing how much time passes and how people change. And I can't even remember what I was talking about back in those days. I expect it was probably Atlantis, wasn't it? Let's face it.
Oh yeah, the good old stable stuff. Yeah, Atlantic. Well,
Yeah.
I read your book. You wrote a book with Diana Cooper, which I really loved. Now, I've known Diana for years. She's come to
Mm.
Alternatives when I was there, and then but when you wrote the book together, I was like, oh, I like this energy. This is a different energy, so I really like that. That's why I kind of contacted you, going, I want to interview you. So it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice to share the award with you. And thank you everyone who voted for us. Yeah, I like what you said about the guys catching up. It's been a goddess dominated area for a while, and
It
here we
has.
are just finding our little corner.
I always joke about this in workshops. I mean, 10 years ago, like we'd run a workshop and it'd be 99% divine feminine. There'd be like one bloke who'd been dragged along by the missus and he'd be sat there in the corner, kind of arms folded. And by lunchtime, like the gloves are off and kind of getting stuck up and stuck in and enjoying themselves. But just recently I've started to know, I've noticed a real increase in divine masculine men coming along, getting stuck in. Things have changed massively.
Yeah, I've noticed an increase. You know, instead of 1%, now you might get like 5 or 6% men. So they're catching up slowly, and we're kind of
Getting
there,
there,
kind of
getting there.
encouraging them. You know, come on, guys, don't
Yeah,
come out the pub or wherever you are,
it's
yoga
safe.
Yeah.
studio.
Grab a crystal, put the beer down, come and join us. We'll bring the beer,
Yeah.
whatever.
You guys need to come over to my house for a barbecue and come just have a word with my husband. Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
you
have
yeah.
sorted
Steve
man.
actually.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, invite us again. We'll come back down to your house. We like your barbecue.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
quite
just
nice.
bombard him. We'll bombard him. No, he's
Yeah.
he's doing well. He's doing well. He's
Mm.
definitely my grounded Capricorn, supportive, very does it a different way, but still does it. So it's all good. But
Yeah,
congratulations to you both. Honestly, so well deserved, and just two wonderful divine masculine pillars. So thank
Bless
you
your
both
heart.
guys.
Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
Well
you.
Thank you.
deserved.
Thank you, everybody.
So we're just going to move on now to our favorite spiritual well-being expert and author. And again, this was a very close category. And quite a few people were nominated in this category. So our nominees are Pam Gregory, Rebecca Campbell, Lisa Mace, Selena Maitreya, Chris Meredith at the Crystal Hut, Ray Kalman, Colin Holland, Steve Nobel, and Donna Byatt at Elements of Avebury. And again, I'm going to start with and Amy White. And I'm going to start with our Special Recognition Award this evening. And the Special Recognition Award goes to Ms. Amy White. And Amy, is Amy here with us? Amy, are you here with us? She may not have made it. For any of you who know Amy, she's based in the USA, and she is an incredible channel, one of the most pure channels I think I've ever had the pleasure of having a session or a reading with. And at the beginning of this year, she went through a huge tragedy where her son and his best friend were killed in a terror attack in New York City. And she's been spending most of this year trying to get herself back to her center and heal from that tragedy. And, you know, for those of us who have spiritual faith, it's incredible courage for her to walk through this as a soul and maintain her connection to her son in spirit. And she's just such an incredible way shower, and she's an inspiration to me. She was actually the inspiration behind me starting my free Soften Circle, my low-cost Soften Circle, to just offer support for anyone going through grief and hardship. So she really deserves this award and this recognition. She's an absolutely beautiful soul. And so if we could all just send love to Amy wherever she is, and I'm going to be sending her the recording of tonight as well. So anyone who hasn't been able to make tonight, we are recording the awards as well, so she'll be able to feel your love and energy. And if ever somebody needed some love and support behind the scenes, she really needs it now. So just to hold her in your hearts if you can. So I'm moving on to the Silver Award for favorite spiritual well-being expert and author. And drum roll, our Silver Award goes to Pam Gregory. And Pam can't be with us tonight, but she did send me an email the other day, and was it yesterday? And the email went something along the lines of, "Oh, it's going to be yet more intense for the next few months and years." I thought, great, Pam. Yeah. I could maybe deal with the next few months, but the next few years, So we all need to hold our center. But you know what? I'm really like realizing just the value of connecting to our joy, and we have to laugh or we'll cry, really, honestly. I mean, it's that time, isn't it? Who knows what's yet to come? But what I love about Pam Gregory's work is that she gives us the astrological framework around what's going on at the moment, and it does help in some small way, I think, to help you make sense of what is actually going on. I mean, her wealth of knowledge is incredible. The way that she can say, well, this is going on astrologically, and the last time that happened in history was this. And it really helps you kind of go, oh, wow, we really are in incredible times right now. So she works very, very, very hard, and her channel is incredible. And also she's just a really lovely, sweet human. So she so deserves this award. So to Pam Gregory, the Silver Award. And moving on to now our drum roll for our Gold Award winner for favorite spiritual well-being expert and author is once again our lovely Steve Nobel. So Steve, congratulations.
Ooh,
Would you
lovely.
like to
Thank
add
you.
some more words?
More words. Well, my kids will be pleased because they already think I'm barking mad. So this will prove barking mad, but with two gold, they'll be, oh, my daughter-in-law has been a bit of a critic, what's all this, all this stuff? And so I'll just send it to them, and maybe even my ex-wife will be pleased. So, I should thank my agent, Liz. I should thank everyone, audience, everyone helping us step into the new age of light, and anyway, this is going to go a long way in telling my children that I'm not completely bonkers. So that's very lovely. Thank you.
There you go, Steve. You got a bit of evidence. You got credibility now, mate, because I've given it to you, or Alchymystic
Yeah, even my
Magazine.
granddaughters will be pleased, I think. Yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. So well deserved, honey. Honestly, I mean, I think you and I first met way back when I was at Prediction and you were at Alternatives, and walking the talk is the name of the game, really, with you. I think marvelous. So well deserved. Okay, so our next category, we are moving on to category 3. Yes, my paperwork's all over the place today. I blame Mercury. Favorite angel author and expert, and obviously this is one of my favorite categories because I love a bit of angel action. And again, we had an amazing array of nominees in this category, and just beautiful souls doing beautiful work. And so I'm just going to read through our nominees. So we have Diana Cooper, Callista, Julia Johnson, Margaret Ann Lembo, Catherine Hudson, Katie Oman, Stuart Pearce, Anne Scholes, and Jane Lee Miller. So another very close category. And I'm going to start with, again, the Special Recognition Award for the Angel Author Expert category. And again, we have 2 Special Recognition Awards in this category. And again, these are 2 people that I've known have been really walking their talk for a really, really long time, and are so heart-centered and beautiful, kind people, and very supportive people, and they haven't always had the easiest time of it. So these 2 people really, really deserve this Special Recognition Award. And the first one is a woman.
Live from our garden in Goa.
Oh, I'm hearing music. Somebody playing music? Or is it the angels? The choirs of angels are playing music. So the first winner of the Special Recognition Award for the Angel category is Jane Lee Miller. And Jane is such a beautiful soul, and she taught me angelic Reiki way back in the day, and a host of other things. And She's loads of fun, and she's just walking, talking angel, really, Jane. And I know that Jane can't be with us personally here tonight because she's actually singing this evening. She's an amazing singing voice and she's an incredible performer. But I believe Jane has a special representative here tonight. And we have Her Royal Highness Princess Katarina of Croatia and Serbia here with us to receive Jane's award. Katarina, can I ask you to unmute?
I think I've unmuted.
Oh, it's so lovely to have you here, my darling. Thank you. Thank you, Your
Alexandra,
Highness.
thank you so very much. And I would like to say so many things about Jane.
Please
She's
do.
everything you have said, and she is such a fabulous person, and she is so well deserved. She's very sad she isn't able to be here to accept her award. But thank you so very much. And I know she is very appreciative of this.
Thank you for being here to accept it on her behalf. Honestly, she's so deserving of it. She's such a light, and bless you. Thank you, and for saying that.
I totally agree. She is just a wonderful person, and just being in her company, you can feel the energy. You can feel the spiritual side. She is just a fabulous person.
I want to share something about Jane Lee as well, to do with these awards, and I hope it's okay. I hope she won't mind me saying this, but I just think this is such a really sweet and very selfless act, really. And she sent me an email and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Al, but I didn't share the nominations with my my network when the voting went out, because I saw that Diana Cooper was up for an award, and I really wanted her to win because I really felt that she deserved it because I love her." And I just thought that was the cutest, loveliest, most kind, sweet thing. So
that is totally Jane.
Totally her.
Totally.
And that's, you know, that's New Earth, isn't it? That's what humanity's all about. So well done, Jane, and thank you, Katarina, for receiving the award. And being
no problem at all. She is so well deserved. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Okay, I'm still just letting people in. I think we've got people popping in and out. So our next special recognition award in this category, again, is a woman I know who's been doing this work for a very, 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 very long time. She used to be on TV talking about angels. She also was one of my teachers back in the day, and she taught me mediumship, and she's become a dear friend over the years and an incredible support. And she, again, hasn't always had it easy, but really deserves this recognition, and such a kind, beautiful-hearted woman, and also has probably the most irreverent, fantastic sense of humor. Is lovely Anne Scholes here among us tonight? I'm just seeing, I knew she was going to try and pop in. Annie, are you here? Don't think she's here, but Anne, if we could have a round of applause for Anne. And she really, if you ever want a brilliant reading, she's absolutely amazing, best in the business, fantastic woman. Okay, so moving on in our angel category to our silver award, I am so pleased to present this award to the beautiful Callista. Is Callista, I think you're with us. I've seen you. Where are you? I'm going to ask you to unmute, honey. Congratulations.
I'm here. Thank you so much. Absolutely made up. Thank you so much, Al, and everybody who voted. Very, very honored.
Thank you so much for being here, honey, too. And it's so, so well deserved. I love your work. It's beautiful work, female archangels and unicorns. And I'm honored to call you a co-author with Findhorn as well, and a fellow Findhorn.
A sister in arms.
A sister in arms, exactly. I think when we first met, it was like, oh, hello again. So I'm so pleased that that you've won this award, honey, and so well deserved. And thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that you should be in this category as well.
Oh, I can't be in the category
I
of
know,
my
but you should be. I think everyone feels that too. So anyway, big love back to you and everybody
thank
here.
you, Angel. Amazing. Okay, so that moves me on to the Gold Award. And once again, we have beautiful Diana Cooper presented with the Gold Award for the Angel category. And again, so, so well deserved. You know, she's just been in this, we call it a business. She's been in the business, in the angel business for a long, long time. And yeah, just yeah, so well deserved. The grande dame of angelic work and healing. So well done, Diana. And again, the award will be sent out to her. So wonderful. Okay, so moving on to category 4. Let's make sure I've got category 4 in front of me. We are going to start. Category 4 is the animal healing expert and or author. And again, we had quite a few beautiful animal healers in this category, and animal healing is just so beautiful, this work, and so necessary. And I really feel for the animals on this planet, you know, the fact that they can't exactly, well, unless we know how to listen to them, tell us what is going on. And so the work of animal healers is so important at this time. And I know my cat Jezebel would back me up on that wholeheartedly, because she tends to spend her days walking the halls screaming at me. So Liz, I might need your help on that one. So the Special Recognition Award goes to, and I don't know if she's here tonight, a beautiful soul by the name of Amy Lawrenson. Amy, are you with us? If you are, could you pop your name, just pop a note in the chat. I don't think I've seen you come up. And Amy's a lovely, lovely animal healer. I remember many years ago, she came round and gave Jezzy, my cat, the most beautiful healing. And she's very connected with horses. And she's also, you know, it's not just animal healing, a beautiful healer in her own right. And again, has been through some difficult times, but so well deserving of this award. So if we could all just let Amy have a nice round of applause. And then moving on to our Silver Award, I think she can't be with us tonight, but this Silver Award for the favorite animal healing author and expert goes to Tammy Billups. And I think Tammy is also a fellow Inner Traditions author. And I'm just double checking. Tammy, you're not with us tonight? She did send me an email saying that she couldn't make it. So big round of applause for Tammy on her silver win. And this brings me to gold in the animal healing author and experts category. And I do know that our gold winner is here among us, and it is the lovely Liz Findlay. Congratulations, Liz.
Oh, thank you so much to Alex and everyone who voted. Thank you. And quite literally, I need to thank my dogs and cats that I grew up with. I think they have been my absolute greatest teachers. And we don't have animals at the moment because of our traveling, but I do look forward to living with animals in the future. They really are wise beyond anything we could ever expect, and they can teach you so much. So
Well,
thank you.
anytime you want to come around and give Jezebel a hug, you're more than welcome. She's not a very cuddly cat, though. She might, but you're more than welcome, honey.
Oh, yeah, they all have their boundary. They can teach us boundaries. Yeah, very good. So thank you so, so much.
You're so welcome, honey. And again, so well deserved. And I just realized I forgot to read out the nominations of this category. So I do want to give a shout out to everybody in this category, because as I said, animal healing is so needed and so important. And so obviously we have Liz, we had lovely Tammy who won the silver, and we had Amy who received our Special Recognition Award. I also want to give a shout out to Elizabeth Whiter, who's an incredible animal healer. Wendy Haley, lovely Georgie Garwood, who also was hoping to be with us tonight, but who couldn't make it. But again, incredible, incredible soul. Katie Reed, who is based in Darwin in Australia. Sally Eady, I don't know if I've got the pronunciation correct, and Pia Horsley. So all of those beautiful animal healers and anyone else who is doing that work, of course, huge, huge honoring to all of you. Right, I'm moving on now to category 5. And this category is our favorite astrologer category. And I will read out the nominations this time. And the nominations are Pam Gregory, Gregory Scott, the Leo King, Braca Goldsmith, Dark Star Astrology, Rob Brezhny of Free Will Astrology, Steve Judd, Molly McCord, and Ms. Charlotte Astrology. I'm not sure if we have any of our nominees here. If you're here, hello. I hope we've got some of you here. So the special recognition award for this category goes to Gregory Scott. Is Gregory with us tonight? I don't think Gregory's here tonight. But anyway, round of applause for Gregory. He's a wonderful astrologer, very, very good astrologer, and a very kind, lovely human as well. So very, very, very well deserved. And again, I know from his work and from what he says on his YouTube that he's definitely walking his talk as well. That leads me to our silver award for best astrologer tonight, and our silver winner is Braca Goldsmith. I don't think Braca is here tonight either, but we can give her a round of applause. Again, she's an excellent, excellent astrologer, so insightful, so much great information, and a lovely energy about her as well. So very, very well deserved. And finally, we have our gold winner, and no surprises really, our gold winner, and she literally won this by a landslide, is Pam Gregory. So well done to Pam and all her hard work. We love Pam. I really love Pam. And yeah, thank you, Pam, for keeping us so well informed of all the goings on in the celestial realm, and helping us to get through this. Helping us to get through this. Brilliant. So well done, Pam. I know that she can't be with us tonight, but so well deserved. So then we're moving on to our favorite spiritual podcast or YouTube channel. And the nominations for this category are Buddha at the Gas Pump. I'm just making sure I'm letting everyone in as they come. The Happy Place with Fern Cotton, Steve Nobel, What is Going On with Sandy Sedgbeer, Tim Wilde, Pam Gregory, Holistic Life Navigation, The Angels and Destiny Show with Ray Kalman, and Embodied Astrology. So again, I'm going to start with our special recognition award for this category. And drumroll. Our special recognition award goes to Ray Kalman of Angels and Destiny Show. And huge congrats, Ray. I'm going to unmute you and ask you to unmute. And so well deserved, honey. I know how hard you work on this show, and you know, you just keep it going. You never give up, and you have amazing guests, and you know, you've welcomed me on there numerous times, and well done. Really, really well deserved, honey. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, no, thank you for the recognition of it, and thank you. I know this wasn't the people's vote, but I know that so many people actually did vote for me, whether that was previous guests or those that follow me. So really appreciate that. The show's been going since 2018. I'm getting so many brilliant guests on now. All my guests have been absolutely amazing. Of course, Sharon again in a couple of weeks on the show again. So yeah, no, thank you very much for the recognition. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You so deserve it, honey. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Amazing. Okay, so where am I? Moving on to, again, this was such a close, incredibly close category. But I'm going to move on to our silver award, and it was literally virtually neck and neck between silver and gold. It's very, very close. And once again, our silver award goes to Steve Nobel. Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's nice. My grandkids will be very pleased. Yeah, I'm cleaning up. Well, thank you for podcasting. Yeah, well, I started podcasting back in 2007 with Alternatives when it was kind of early days, I think. And I hired a sound engineer to teach me how to edit audio. You know, I thought, well, and he was more interested in telling me about his girlfriends and tips, but I eventually got to learn about it. Then I did a little bit of work with Cygnus Books. I did a little bit of work with another Watkins, I think, and I've done since Soul Matrix since for 7 or 8 years now. I mean, the great thing about interviewing people is you get to see who's out there and all these wonderful people and chat to them. It's like when I was at Alternatives, I just have tea with some of the authors and public speakers, and now I get to chat to them online, which is wonderful. So I've met so many lovely people, interviewed so many lovely people. And yeah, and I've kind of grown and learned, and it's nice to stay in touch with people. What's going on out in the world, you know, in our little zone.
All over the world, isn't it? It's great to
thank you, everyone, for helping me clean up and helping me get this award. Thank you.
Helping you stock your trophy shelf, Steve.
Yeah, my digital badges. Thank you.
Digital badges. Well done. So that leads me now to our Gold Award winner for Spiritual Podcast or YouTube channel. And the Gold Award goes to Tim Wiles. Congratulations, Tim. I'm gonna ask you to unmute again and
oh, Alexandra, thank you. I'm actually pretty blown away. If I'm absolutely, I like kind of being candid and very honest on my YouTube channel, but I feel like I've kind of ducked in there with it quite recently. I believe the channel that I have on YouTube and the posts that I do kind of that go out to Facebook, it's not a huge operation, but it began at the beginning of 2020 with all of the fun and the shenanigans. You know, as the world began to change so remarkably, I just found myself going outside with my camera one morning. It was a Friday morning. I thought, I've got to analyze this, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to post it on YouTube, on Facebook, and it just grew and grew. So then it was like a Friday and a Monday, and it's continued on from that point. I'm just incredibly honored and very, very blown away by the fact that I've been voted for or nominated for, and especially to come kind of like basically neck and neck with the wonderful Steve. And so thank you, everybody. It's been quite a ride, and I've learned an incredible amount from going out there and receiving these energies and imparting it. And for me, it's taught me to read and analyze fields and find out what's going on with everybody. Because of course, when you post something, everybody responds and go, hey, I'm feeling that. We're all feeling that. It's a group energy. It's not an individual thing, and just breaking it all down in a practical way. So bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tim. And I think that's it. I think going on there, having a chat, keeping us filled in. And I think it helps to keep everybody feeling connected, you know, when we're, you know, if somebody else is noticing what's going on, it's like, oh, you noticed it too. Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
it's like
we're
solidarity, isn't it?
it's turned into a very boots on the ground process, hasn't it? I mean, all of us here tonight, all of us that are kind of contributing to the Ascension puzzle and doing what we're doing, we've had to do an incredible amount of work to get here, and we deserve that unity, we deserve that togetherness, and that's one of the beauty. I mean, a lot of people slate social media and say, oh, it's the creation of the third dimension and everything, but look what it's done. Look what it's done. It's got our messages out all over the world. It's connected us all over the world, and I think it's whatever we turn our intention to becomes a real blessing. So happy days.
I think it is amazing. It is such hard work to turn up on camera and talk about these energies, you know, especially when you're literally right in the midst of it. And, you know, I
Yeah.
don't do enough, I don't think, on my YouTube channel, and I'd like to do more. And I look at people like you and Steve and Diana, and who are regularly, really regularly posting it. And I'm like, how on earth do you get the stamina to do that while you're dealing with these energies and doing the work that you do as well? And it really, kudos to all of you who are doing it, because there are days when I'm like, I know I'm staying under my duvet and I'll just deal with the energies and, you know, and
Yeah.
cope with it that way. But I need to be doing more about it
It's
more publicly.
it's a really good point though, because I mean, there's days that it's Fridays that I've staggered out into the woods, and it's been, you know, it's been chucking it down with rain. He swore there, but I won't. And I've gone out there thinking like I've got absolutely no idea what I'm going to be talking about and analysing, and my energy feels rock bottom. And by the end of speaking, analysing it, tuning into the energies, bringing it through, recording it, and then I'm feeling like, hang on, I've got my mojo back again. This is the way forward. We need to be tuning into the field and sharing our experiences and allowing people to kind of have that have something to bounce back off, you know, if someone else is experiencing it, we're all experiencing it on some level, just through different filters. So yeah, great learning process.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful. Thank you. So well deserved, Tim, really, honestly. Thank you
Blown
so
away.
much. Yeah,
Thank you, Alexandra, and thank you,
being
everybody.
here to allow us to say thank you as well and honor your work. Okay, so I'm moving on. We've got our final category now, category 7. And I've got so many bits of paper now. Category 7, category 7. Category 7 is our favorite spiritual event, retreat, festival, yoga center, or community. So we've got quite a large umbrella for spiritual events, communities, and retreats here. Again, really, really close in the voting, and we had such a lovely array of spiritual communities. And you know, I really want to honor, you know, when you can hold space for a community and pull together an event, people don't see the hard work that goes on behind the scenes to bring together, you know, whether it's an online event or an in-person event, especially a retreat or an international event. There's a heck of a lot of work that has to go on behind the scenes, and not just the physical kind of admin work, but also the energetics behind pulling something together and making sure everyone's energetically safe and protected. So huge honoring to anyone doing this work. And again, you know, the awards go out to anyone who is holding space for groups, especially at the moment, because it's so important. So I'm going to read out the wonderful nominations for our spiritual communities, festivals, and retreats. So we have in the mix, we have the Wonderment Retreats, the Sanctuary in Thailand, the Mind, Body, Soul exhibition / Om Yoga show, the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, Medicine Festival, Blossom Yoga, Spiritually Nourished, the Kent Wellness Festival, and the Harrogate Health and Healing event. And those are our wonderful nominees. And again, I'm going to start with the Special Recognition Award. You know, as at the editor's honor, at the editor's pleasure, I will. And this special award is it's so well deserved. And again, I'm going to get really emotional because this award goes out to two people and the team of the Wonderment retreats and festivals. And I know that Chris and Jess work really hard to put these events on, and they create such a beautiful community and vibe. And for those of you who are around 26th to the 29th of September coming up this month, there's the beautiful Wonderment retreat in Wasing Woodland. It's on the Wasing estate, and it's their boutique retreat. So I think we have a maximum of something like 250 people at these events. It's like a big love-in with a family. We dine together. There's an array of workshops. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to hand over to the lovely Chris Fitzhugh, if I can find him, my brother. I'm just going to ask you to unmute, honey. Well
Hi.
done, Chris. So well deserved, honey.
Thank you so much. Honestly, again, welling up. It's so beautiful what you've done here tonight, gathering everyone. And Jess, and I'll speak on behalf of Jess. We're both so thrilled to be doing what we're doing, and certainly to have amazing contributors to the healing and spiritual world like yourself and Lorraine and loads of great people we work with. It was always my ambition just to sort of champion the best of the healing world, so that people can have, to meet you and to have this, these great workers. It's such an honor to do it. We love doing it. We go to everywhere, like Thailand. We have a beautiful retreat at the sanctuary, the aforementioned sanctuary. It's just great to collaborate with amazing people, and just very grateful to be a part of this wonderful alchemistic group. And well done everybody who's been nominated, and well done for everyone who's been here. And I'd just like to thank everyone that's a part of the content of Wonderment, but also to everyone who comes and visits and takes part. It's like a retreat festival at the end of the summer, so it's still got a bit of jolly vibes in the evening, which is something that we're really keen to continue. And as you mentioned earlier about the whole joy thing, it's our big belief that throughout this whole period in time, to bring on the joy, it's very healing, certainly through the darker times. So thank you. Love you lots. Well done, everyone.
Oh, so well deserved, honey. And yeah, looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. So I'm moving on to silver. And again, the category was just so close that we had three different events that all won joint silver. And these were the Mind, Body, Soul exhibition and Om Yoga show, Medicine Festival, and the, oh goodness, someone's asking me to speak Spanish. I think because I've just been in Spain, my computer thinks I'm speaking Spanish. Sorry, I'll start that again. The Mind, Body, Soul exhibition and Om Yoga show, the Medicine Festival, and the Kent Wellness Festival. Do we have any representatives here tonight for any of these events? I'm not sure we do. Let's offer a round of applause to all three of those wonderful events. And leading me now to gold and our final award of the evening, the first place for the best spiritual event and retreat and festival, community or center, goes to the Mind, Body, Spirit Wellbeing Festival here in the UK. And I've been in touch with them. I don't think any of their representatives could make it tonight, but the team are all very chuffed that they've won this award. And again, it's a lovely event. It's been going for many years. I'm sure most of us know of the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. And it's one that I've spoken at, and I definitely know Callista, you've spoken at it, and a few others have as well. So well done to all our winners tonight. it's been a really lovely exercise to do these awards, and I'm hoping to do more of these events in future and gather us together more frequently. For those of you also who feel like you need a little bit of extra support, I do run a free or low cost circle, as I said, called Soften Circle, which is the first Tuesday of every month. And you can find the details on alexandrawenman.com, which is my website. So anyone who wants to join, we have deep dive free healing, and it's just a supportive environment for whoever needs it. But huge thank you to all of our winners and to all of our nominees and all of those who are doing this work. Please stay tuned with us because we have some really lovely extra goodies tonight in our event. So I'm going to suggest we take a quick 10-minute break just so people can have a comfort break. And then we have a guest speaker who is joining us this evening, and we're going to be drawing the winner of our bonus Spiritual Hamper prize. And then following that, I'm going to be doing a little reading and a bit of channeled guided meditation just to take us on a really nice healing deep journey. And I'll see what guides are around us this evening who wish to be with us, and just to again offer us a little bit of support, a little bit of a zhuzh before the next part of our journey. And so please do stick around. We're going to be here till 9 p.m. and we've got some more goodies up our sleeve. So yeah, and to all our winners, if you would like to share your website, your details, and our nominees, if you're present, if you want to share your details in the chat, please share your gifts, please share your websites, please share your social media. We're here in the spirit of collaboration and love and lifting each other, and we're all here to help each other. So please go right ahead, share away, introduce yourselves, and let's allow this to be a wonderful networking event for everybody as well. So I'll pause our recording and we'll take a quick, let's say, we need a 10-minute break or a 5-minute break, do we think? 5? Let's do a 5-minute break so we can have a quick comfort stop. And I'll see you all back here shortly. Thank you. Oh yes, sorry, thanks for pressing record, Steve, and I forgot to do that. I'd like to introduce you all to my lovely special guest, Zane Landon from Positive Vibes magazine. Zane, I'm going to invite you to unmute. Welcome, my darling. It's so lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you tell our audience a little bit about you and your work and what you're doing?
Yeah, hi everyone. So it's really nice to meet everybody. I've been friends with Alexandra for many years at this point. I actually got connected with her from a mutual friend, Callisto, I think I saw on the call. And I had a chance to interview both of them for a digital platform that I run. And it's in like a little pause phase, but it is still there. And it really is about normalizing mental health. And it's interesting looking at the spiritualness of it, because I think sometimes when you look at mental health nowadays, it's still really addressed from a Western medicine point of view, which isn't wrong, of course, but I think sometimes you miss the Eastern medicine perspective or the spiritual perspective of mental health and how you address mental health, how you can do that through spirituality, and how it can be a guide for your mental health. But don't avoid if you need to use traditional medicine or take medication, whatever it is. But I do think that there are modalities that can support you on your journey. And so that's kind of where I've been. And that's kind of what I was working on with the platform when I interviewed Alexandra.
So a lot of your work centers around the words positive vibes, doesn't it, Zane? Can you talk to us a little bit about how you use positive vibes to alchemize as alchemy?
I think alchemy, when I think about it, is really about transformation, if it's external or internal. And so I do think that I don't believe that positivity is just a way of being happy or just finding joy. I do think that it is kind of a philosophy It is kind of like the catalyst that you see that puts us in motion when we can transform our lives. And I think when you embrace positivity, it's about really shifting your perspective. And that's something you do overnight. It's something that takes a lot of work, and that's why it's very frustrating. And it can be really hard. But I think as you kind of embrace more of a positive outlook and you're kind of seeking within of who you are and what your ascension is or how you're going to ascend, it's really difficult. And I don't think you can ascend until you embrace all levels of yourself. And so you learn a lot about yourself. You cultivate resilience. You learn how you bounce back from setbacks. I think when you're doing that, you're attracting abundance. And I think some people think that because you're thinking it is so. I think that there's some truth to that. I also think that when you actually open yourself up to positivity, you're able to see actually the blessings in the world. I think constantly we're just like it was mentioned with the strange energies. I like the word strange because I think some people look at it as such darkness all the time, and that no matter where I go, I see so much darkness from people's hearts, and it's just about the negativity and the darkness. And I think that it's because they are choosing to see that. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist and that's not real, but I think that when you can actually decide to choose and look at a blessing as a blessing rather than, oh, a person was just born like every day. Well, that's still a really beautiful thing and it's still a blessing. Or when you go to the beach, it's just a beach. Like there's millions in the world, but it's still a really beautiful moment. It's still a beautiful piece of scenery. I think if you can actually kind of transform how you look at things, you'll start to see the abundance come in. And then maybe there was abundance in your life before, but you didn't interpret it as abundance. That's how I see it. And I think people feel hopeless nowadays, which is really sad. But I think if you can take those emotions, your spirit, and tune into your intuition, again, you can start seeing more blessings, even if it's the smallest glimpse of light, anything like that. I think you'll be surprised to actually how positive and hopeful the world can be. You even see people when they travel somewhere and they meet a stranger or someone they met and they have this rich history and they have such a story. It's because we all do. I think everybody has such a powerful story. And I think if we just listened a bit more, that we would actually be, again, in tune of what people are experiencing. And I can like personally speak to when my mom passed away in January of 2021. It was a complete surprise. None of us anticipated that would ever happen. And my mom was such a warrior that we didn't think any illness would really do anything because she overcame so many illnesses and she was a cancer survivor. But it was, again, really hard. And I think grief was one of the hardest emotions, or you could say bundles of emotions, because grief is quite interesting. But I do think that my mom's death taught me to not be afraid of death and uncertainty. In fact, I'm actually looking forward to dying. I'm not saying that I want to, but I'm not scared of it. Mostly because I know that there's something out there. And I did get to go through a channel meditation with Alexandra, which gave me a lot of comfort and direction of, okay, my mom is still out there, because I really didn't know. And it was really interesting. It felt coincidental, but it really was a true meaning. But also, I could be sad that she's not here anymore, which I am, but I'm also really proud and excited that my mom was the one who raised me. And I'm fortunate that, it was my mom that taught me and passed these things down to me. I could have embraced the negativity that she never wanted to see, or I could embrace the positivity or kind of looking into the light. And again, the light is both. I think the closer you get to the light, the larger shadow becomes, which means that, as the more you're ascending, the more you're going to learn more about yourself that you may not like. And so when I did experience such a traumatic moment, and it is, I learned a lot about myself, things that I didn't really even think about, but something like that kind of changes you and allows you to appreciate. So I appreciate my mom so much more now than I did. And I think that's a sad thing. I'm not saying I didn't appreciate her. I love my mom. I appreciate her, but it's different when they're not there. And you don't like realize how much of a glue they had on your life or how much of a moral compass they had. And so it's a little harder to navigate kind of alone when you had such a strong force. But that is, I think, the biggest lesson for me, was all about just my mom. That was the biggest thing, and just the other things I've experienced. But and even today, I experience depression, but I try my best to look at a blessing every single day. And I think if I can actually tell myself positive things about myself or just anything that's going on, I do think I'm somewhat rewiring my brain, and looking at things even from a neurological standpoint, which is interesting. So it's not even about you just doing it. It's also about you are training your brain to do it differently from like modern science. And so that is quite interesting. So there is like proven knowledge that this can actually change your outlook on everything if you decide to, again, look at it through a positive lens. And also, I think that I personally also think that life isn't always positive and upbeat at all. I think that, again, I said at the beginning, I think some people will misshape positivity as that. Again, it's about accepting the negative. And I think that if you understand why things are negative and what makes things difficult or what triggers you, I think you can actually create an embodiment of the truth of who you are. And so you don't want to deny that knowledge of yourself, which I think you might do. But also, I think sometimes running away or avoiding your emotions, I don't think it's sometimes the thing to do, but I think sometimes it is part of the journey. And that sometimes it's, I think, something you need to do. But I do think at the end of the day, hopefully you can confront it or learn to deal with it in however you want, in the way that's most healthy or most beneficial to you. I think, again, you're going to be able to confront yourself at the end of the day. And I always say you have to make peace with yourself, because like the only person you go to bed with is yourself. You have to go to sleep with yourself. So you can be there for others, but if you're not at peace with yourself, I don't think you're doing a service to really anyone. So that's what I would say about that with that question.
Thank you, Zane. And can you tell us what you're doing in terms of work? Are you still running the podcast and your magazine?
No, it's at a hiatus right now. But again, I think that's all part of it. And sometimes things ebb and flow. I will definitely revisit it because I'm still really passionate about positivity and mental health, and also just dabbling into spiritualism. I've always been surrounded by it. I think that there's been a lot of awakening happening, and just the people I'm surrounding myself with, just naturally. I always said that I know spirituality is going to be, it's going to be a good pathway for me. I just want it to come to me. I don't want to seek it, if that makes sense. And now that I think that it's come to me, I can seek it. I think that makes sense. So that's kind of what I would say. And I think that I'm getting closer and closer to really embracing it. So that's kind of the work that I've been doing.
Beautiful. And I just want to point out to our viewers that Zane was a guest writer on Alchymystic recently and wrote a really beautiful article on body positivity for the magazine. So if you want to head to alchymystic.substack.com, you'll find his article up there. And you're a lovely writer as well. So thank you so much, Zane. I would like to invite you, Zane, to, if you would, announce the winner of our bonus hamper prize package, if you'd like to.
Absolutely. Okay. Drum roll, please. Like we'll do a virtual drum roll, but the winner is Deborah Highland.
Deborah Highland. Deborah, are you with us tonight? I'm just going to scroll through. I think there's so many people that I can't see. Deborah, if you're here, could you maybe type in the chat or no, I'm not sure she's here. I feel like some people are here that I've missed as well. So I'm sorry if you've been here and I've missed you during our presentation. So Deborah, I've got Deborah's email address and details. And so I will be contacting her in the next couple of days to let her know that she's won some lovely goodies, which include oracle decks and books and crystals and jewelry. And she'll be decked out in bohemian finery for the foreseeable. But thank you to everybody who entered our prize draw and who took the time to vote for all of our nominees and our winners, and to celebrate all of our beautiful healers and alchemists and speakers here tonight. Thank you so much, Zane, for joining me and for your really beautiful, uplifting, positive words. And I completely agree. I often say that it helps to just look at everything in life through the eyes of an artist. You know, we see the interplay of light and shadow. It really helps us to appreciate the 3D that we're in. So really, really beautiful. I think I also just briefly noticed that Amy White has popped up somewhere. And Amy, I don't know if you were here when we now I've lost you. Have I lost her? Is she gone? No, I saw her pop in. Maybe she's disappeared again. I think she might have disappeared again. Ah, you're here. Now, why can't I see you? I could see you a minute ago. My screen keeps shifting. Okay, sorry, I'm not the most technical with Zoom, and I say, oh, there she is. Now I can see you. You had your camera on because I was looking at your picture, and then so congratulations, honey. You were the winner of one of our special recognition awards. I don't know if you were here to hear me say that.
I wasn't. No, I'm sorry. I'm all time zone off today because I was traveling East Coast to West Coast US last night. And so I actually joined an hour late because I did the calculation wrong. So I do apologize.
We've recorded
sad that
it,
I
so
missed
I'll
it.
send you.
But thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
It's so lovely that you could be here, honey. And please feel free to share your details and how people can contact you in the chat as well. And likewise with everybody else, you know, in the spirit of sharing so they know how to find you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Angel.
Thank
you so
you.
much for being here, and
such an honor.
Very well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, so this concludes the prize giving part of our evening, and what I'd like to do now is maybe pull a couple of cards for us and just see what the teams have to say and take us on a little bit of a journey. And it's my gift to all of you as well, because I know how hard everybody works, and a bit nervous to do this with the likes of Steve and Diana and Tim and Callista and all of you lot here. We'll see what happens, shall we? As we'll buckle up the spaceship. I just wanted to see, first of all, I have two really beautiful oracle card decks at my disposal here that I would like to pull some cards from. And the first one I'm holding is the lovely Your Inner Light Force, which is Tim's lovely deck with Miriam Beck. And Diana's The Golden Future Oracle as well, that I'd like to pull some cards from. So I felt I was looking through, I've got about 1,000 Oracle decks, as well as my own, but I just wanted decks tonight that were going to feel uplifting and hopeful and supportive and really kind of steer us in the right direction. You know, I feel like we've done so much heavy lifting, especially in recent years, and so many of us, I think, shadow work is so valuable, but there is a risk you can get stuck there for a while. And I feel like we all need to open our hearts to some light and some hope again, and some joy. And you know, lovely Chris Fitchu, our joy alchemist, being in the room as well. So I feel like I want to start with Diana's deck, which is so beautifully colorful. And oh, and I love that inside the lid, great beings of light, please guide my way so that my golden future starts today. Yes, please. Yes, please. More of that. And really, the first thing that has jumped out of me is just that on the back of all the cards is this golden heart. And when I look into that golden heart, I can actually see an incredible being looking back at me, really incredible being. And when I tune into this being, it's incredible. It's an really ultra terrestrial golden being, really, really huge interdimensional being. And I'm being guided. I'm just being guided up through Helios and up through the sun. And I'm being told that this is a golden dimension. It's actually a golden grid, which is holding a lot of codes of our future. And we're being invited to bring this grid down to earth today as a group. So it's almost like we're weaving this together as we speak. So if you wouldn't mind joining me in just closing your eyes and imagining that we're bringing that future golden grid, that highest golden energy, so lovingly portrayed by this golden heart on Diana's cards. And let's just, as a group, start to anchor this. Let's anchor heaven on earth together here today. I'm being told that this ultra-terrestrial being that I am seeing is a being that is, it basically represents the group consciousness of this group. If we were one being, if we were one soul, joined as one soul. And I'm actually being told that this is work we've done before. We've actually done this work together as a group on other planets and in other dimensions to anchor these golden frequencies. And as we speak, I have Archangel Metatron coming in to support, as well as Archangel Sandalphon. So if we weave and bring through the purity of our hearts, just feel it coming down around you, really like a new golden earth blueprint, holding all those frequencies that we need and anchoring it all the way down into the very heart of beloved Mother Earth, and really feel that anchor in, supporting all, really offering love for all, and really feel the vibration. And as we anchor this grid, you may feel some repair work going on within your own etheric and auric field. If you've been having aches and pains in the body, I'm just being shown that our bodies are reacting a lot to the technologies and the electromagnetic frequencies at the moment. There's quite a few disturbances in the force. And this golden grid is going to help if you're having joint pain. A lot of people I'm finding are having a lot of sort of hip and knee pain. We hold a lot of trauma in our hips. And this is going to help to just support us from base chakra down and really ground us even more deeply into those new golden earth grids. And just feel your connection to the group energy through so much love here, as we've all on some level, some soul level, agreed to be here together at this time to bring this in. And when I ran the Soften Circle, was it last night, Tuesday night, last night, I also had these incredible lightning beings come in, and they live in the dimensions created by lightning. When lightning strikes, these are interdimensional Elohim beings. Their home is the lightning strike. And they came in with this message of a great rapid upsurge of frequency and energy and the shock of the new. And they were talking about how the shock of the new need not be scary. It need not be destabilizing or terrifying. Sometimes, though, we're not quite ready for the level of positive energy coming in. It's unexpected, or we may not feel quite calibrated to hold it. So this golden grid is also offering us a new blueprint to really raise our frequency to a level where we can handle the shock of the positive. Sometimes we're frightened of love for whatever reason, or we're not really frightened of love, but we're frightened of what we think love is, or we may not feel ready to hold it or to handle it. I myself have been through multiple rapid Kundalini awakenings, and the level of love that comes in during those awakenings can be really shocking and feel quite destabilizing. So this is really allowing us to balance and harmonize our energies with the huge levels of high frequency coming in and the level of energy shifting and releasing from the earth. So it's a real alchemy transmutation going on. And I just want to tune into this lightning energy coming in. I'm being told I'm not allowed to know what it is. And as individuals, we won't know what it is because it's all particular to each of us, but it is meant to be a surprise, apparently. So it feels like, if you feel like you've been moving pieces of chess around a board trying to figure your life out or trying to put things in place and it hasn't quite been lining up, this feels like it's like suddenly everything may just feel like it falls into place, even just for a time. And it definitely feels, I'm getting the energy of reward. But the teams are saying, when one is rewarded, all are rewarded. And as we're in an award ceremony tonight, it seems so fitting, when one of us wins, all of us wins. And that really moves me. And I just think the more of us that say yes to receiving the rewards that are coming to us, we mustn't feel like we're being selfish or greedy in that. We must know that we're opening to receive for the collective, that we can say yes to celebrating ourselves because we're celebrating everybody by doing that. And as Diana said, so many of us are clearing and transmuting for the collective. But if we flip our perspective and see it as so many of us are receiving for the collective and holding for the collective and raising the vibration for the collective and celebrating and kicking up our heels for the collective. And that seems like a kind of nicer perspective on the whole thing, doesn't it? If we allow ourselves to just, let's go dancing for the collective. We're doing our spiritual work. How fabulous. And, all of the things that light us up. And, coming to beautiful spiritual events and festivals is one way we can do that. I'm going to flip the card over now, and I'm totally on that wavelength. The card that I was actually looking at, which so shows the anchoring of this light grid and the having fun and joy, is the leisure and sport card. And I'm actually seeing this grid of light and the rainbow light, and there's children playing sport and flying kites and swimming. And the thing I'm most drawn to here is the beautiful butterfly. And last week I was on holiday in Spain and we went to a butterfly house, and I said to my husband, I need to go there because I need to raise my vibration and I need to spread my wings. And we did that. And then a couple of days later, we went out on a boat and we had dolphins swimming all around and under the boat. And and I just said to him, more and more I'm getting evidence of heaven on earth. And Lorraine, who's here with me tonight, we catch ourselves in these moments of heaven on earth. And it isn't something spectacular. It doesn't have to be spectacular. It doesn't have to be, we're not leaving the planet, we're ascending on the planet. And sometimes heaven on earth is as simple as smelling a beautiful flower. It can just be that moment where you're eating the most incredible meal and every flavor is just like, oh my God, this is just heaven on earth, isn't it? And you forget for a moment to be blue. You forget to be down. You forget to be stressed, and you forget about all the worry. And you're so in the moment of that bliss that you don't even realize it's happening until suddenly you look up and go, this is it. This is it. And Diana's beautiful card, participate and have fun 100%. And I will say I'm really guilty of it. And Lorraine will tell you that she's probably tearing her hair out half the time because I go into whole resistance around having fun and doing what I know is going to be good for me. And then eventually I pop through and go and have a great time. But there's always resistance. I'm sorry. I'm going to not resist. I'm going to allow this golden light grid to come in. And all those beautiful rainbow colors. The person swimming as well. In my water alchemy deck, which I'm going to grab just quickly a card to show you guys in this. This is the Water Alchemy Oracle. This is all about emotional mastery and really centering in your emotions, using your emotions as a real tool, and not seeing them as a problem, but seeing them as a tool. And the swimming card, if I can find it in here, everything is always linked. The swimming card is the card of success. And the word again is swim when you're winning. It's you're in the slipstream of something. Things feel easy and fluid and flowing, and you're moving with grace and ease through the waters. And I just love that she's got whales jumping behind her, and the northern lights, which we actually had in the night sky here in the UK recently, are there. So again, it's like, no matter how hard things seem to be, if we really, really trust that it's all happening for us, not to us, and that we are actually winning, we're winning no matter what happens, then we can't go wrong. So I love that. I love that card, Diana. I think that deck is so beautiful. I find it so uplifting. So thank you so much for creating these. And thank you all for your beautiful help in anchoring this grid. I know that this is not just anchored into the earth, it's also been anchored into our bodies. And I'm really feeling a recalibration of our base chakra and our earth star chakra going on here now. Some of you might feel pulsing in that area of the body. And we do have incredible light beings coming in here. These interdimensional Elohim are really at our disposal. Another one that's coming in is these incredible, very, very subtle angelic energies that live in the dimensions between the petals of flowers. And I have particularly the rose petal angelic frequencies coming in. This is really about softening into our gentleness, really being, you know, if we were to touch the petals of a rose, how delicately we would touch them, that is how delicately they're inviting us to connect with ourselves, to soften into ourselves, to really be gentle with ourselves, with where we are now and where we're going. And there's been so much harshness and so much judgment, and you know, if we can do that for ourselves, then we invite it from others and we can offer it to others. And no matter what we see playing out in the world, just to know that, well, I really believe that, you know, most people are doing the best they can with the tools that they have. So, okay, I'm going to pull a card from Tim's deck now. So, okay, before I even look at it, the energy I'm getting is the biggest surge of joy through my heart. Yellow light, jovial light, golden yellow joy. I'm seeing buttercups and sunflowers, daffodils. I've got arcs of rainbow just going everywhere, and I'm seeing this huge diamond rainbow crystal pyramid. It's a three-sided pyramid representing mind, body, and soul all together coming down around the group. It's offering us more of a stability point, and it's like the base of the pyramid is slightly angled as well, so it is slightly more of a diamond shape, and that point is coming down into the base chakra, and it's like the base of the pyramid holding us and then really stretching us up. And there's another energy here which is to do with Atlantis, funnily enough, Tim. But it's a dimension of Atlantis that I'm being told is a bit like a parallel dimension, and they're saying that it's the Atlantis that would have been had there been no fall. So all of these potentialities exist on, you know, so many different levels, and this potentiality is coming in for us now because, you know, we're not heading for another fall, we're ascending, we're in a slingshot, really. And the feeling I have here is that that potentiality that didn't happen on this plane for that Atlantis, that new timeline is also coming in to anchor for us and give us support and hope. The joy of it is just incredible. And I'm just seeing community collaboration, people shaking hands, people who maybe had altercation with each other, just burying the hatchet and moving through it and going, you know what, we don't have the energy for this anymore. It's just not worth it anymore. And just total forgiveness. And part of that forgiveness does feel like it's part of that shock of the new parcel. You know, it's like, oh, I was really triggered by you. Now suddenly I quite like you. You're nice. You know, it's one of those sorts of things. Like we're moving through so much. It's like, and you know, I'm not saying this, but one of my guides just said it's like we've pooed out old programming and we've just gotten rid of it. You know, it's like we've just purged it. It's gone. We don't need to deal with it anymore. And oh, and how funny that I turned the card over and it's the Monad Soul Family, Light Family Oversoul Soul Origin card. I don't know if you can see it because my light's so bright. What a stunning, beautiful, beautiful card. And that's it. We're all in it together, kids, aren't we? You know, it's like, don't sweat the small stuff. Just have a cuddle and move on. It's like little children. Just kiss and make up and stop being silly and move on now. And that's it. We're coming back into our innocence. I was channeling something. I was teaching my channeling workshop a couple of months ago, and Archangel Gabriel came in and gave us all the symbol of the daisy. And I'm just seeing daisies everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And I met a friend for lunch today, and she rocked up wearing a skirt covered in daisies. And that to me is just the symbol of our purity and our innocence, and really just, it's simple. It's really, really simple. And even here, in the beautiful artwork, the light coming off this picture, it looks like little daisies of light all the way around this circle, like a wheel of daisies of light. And yeah, we're all connecting, we're all remembering, and it's like waking up from a dream. It's like things that, we used to be caught up in or upset about is suddenly like, what was that all about? That was interesting. That's not something I'd be invested in now. Anyway, so I'm just gonna again tune in to the heart for a moment. And as soon as I come into heart space here, I have beloved Mary Magdalene stepping forward, and she's gifting us each a white rose at our heart center now. And in the center of that white rose is a multifaceted diamond of 144,000 facets. And she's just showing me every facet of those diamonds, the beams of light coming off them, connecting to every heart on this planet, every heart beyond, the hearts of the animals, the hearts of the galactics, the hearts of the angels, the heart of the cosmos, the heart of the earth, that every heart is connected in the heart of the oneness of the all. And she's just saying, remember your hearts, just bless your hearts. Remember, you can always come and rest in your heart, in the sovereignty and the sanctity and the purity of your heart. Just keep coming back to love in every moment. Keep coming back to that in every moment. If ever there was a poster girl for forgiveness, she's it, really. And when we feel into something that I found very particular in my own personal journey is that if you've ever been through any kind of psychological abuse or manipulation on a personal level, there is a purpose to it. And I, having been through something like that, was able to see how much that has been playing out on our planet on a global scale and in the bigger picture of things for a long time through our conditioning. And yet forgiveness is such a powerful force that it can help you heal anything. And if I can come through things that have been so incredibly painful that I thought it would break me, then I feel anyone can, just through the power of love and forgiveness and following that path that Mary Magdalene and all the adepts have set before us. Is, we feel at times that it's overwhelming and we may never get through it, but actually it's very simple, and it's easier to love the soul than the person at times, or love the souls than the people at times. And when we look at what's happening on our planet right now, I feel maybe we have a moment just before we finish up tonight to just really send love and forgiveness to all the souls who maybe are still playing out the old dramas of the dark and war, conflict, and those that are causing suffering. However, knowingly or unknowingly, that we offer them our love and forgiveness and offer them the kind of support they may need to move beyond those behaviors and step into a higher frequency of light. So should we just have a moment's silence to just hold that frequency? And I'm just seeing our collective love energy opening a huge portal of light. I'm particularly guided to Israel and Gaza at the moment. I'm seeing a lot of souls of children ascending and people who have passed. And we're just going to allow the angels and the guides to guide them safely home to their own soul, to the highest point of their evolution. May all be well. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be at peace. And may all be loved. I'm just feeling a huge white light dome coming down around us and the group, and just sealing in all of our prayers and our intentions. We're going to allow that to become a big sphere, like a big white bubble of light around us. And we're going to allow that bubble of light to drop down into the earth, anchoring all of this peace and love and forgiveness, like a water droplet just absorbing into beloved Gaia. And then just seeing above your head an individual octahedronal brilliant diamond shield coming down into your energy field, the top point in your soul star and the bottom point in your earth star, giving you the protection and safety to shine as brightly as you need to without fearing your own light, without the need to dim your light. Filling it with unconditional love, neutralizing, stabilizing, harmonizing, pure, protective love, and just sealing your fields. And I just want to thank all of you for joining me tonight. It's been absolutely so beautiful and magical. I hope we get to do more gatherings like this. Thank you so much, Steve, and Steve and Liz for sharing the link so that we could have more people in the group than I'm capable of hosting on my little Zoom. Huge thanks to all of our nominees, winners, all of you who voted, and all of you who just showed up with open hearts tonight. It's been absolutely beautiful. I feel really blissful, and so much gratitude to all of the angels and the guides and the beings of light for being here. I think when we gather like this, we have no idea the level of what we're doing for our planet and each other, but I just wish you all so many blessings and so much love. And thank you for staying with me for the duration. I'm going to let you all go to sleep. Steve, is there a way we can people can download the chat? Are they able to download the chat so they have each other's details, or can I do that later, do you think?
I think I can download. I can email it to you.
Okay, brilliant. And then
yeah,
and then if anyone, what I can do is anyone who's got the ticket, I can email it out through the Eventbrite so everyone has the chat and all the details.
Actually, Liz says to save chat, click on 3 dots. What did she say? Click. She'll send a message. Liz knows about these things. Click on 3 dots at top right of chat.
Yeah, I think it's there. 3 dots at top right of chat, and it will save.
There you are. You can save the chat, so anyone can save the chat. So those 3 dots. Yeah, Liz knows. She's the.
I'm fine traveling through the ethers, not so good with technical support. I can do angelic technology, I just can't do human technology. One day I'm going to bridge that. But thank you all so much. So much love, so much joy, so many blessings. Congratulations again to all our winners. And if anyone has any feedback or anything, please do let me know. info@alexandrawenman.com is my email, and we'd always love to hear from you. Oh, and one final thing, just on an admin front. As I said, we'll be doing the Wonderment Retreat Festival at the end of September in Wasing Woodland. But for anyone who would like to join us in Egypt, myself and beautiful Lorraine Flaherty are running a retreat to Egypt this November, and all the detail with 2 retreats to Egypt this November actually, and all the details can be found on both of our websites. So I am alexandrawenman.com. Details are also on the Alchymystic website and on Lorraine's website, which is Inner Journeys. I think it's .co.uk, is it, Laurie? Innerjourneys.co.uk. So we'd love to have you join us in Egypt, so you can check out all the details there. And so much love. I'm going to let you all go to bed or enjoy your day wherever you are, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.